the chat if you can, or if you want to do it in doing.
Oh,
in the
here, I'll do my
voice.
question.
Okay, type it too, because Monet can hear
Okay, hold on, I'll type it.
perfectly.
I can
Yeah.
hear it though.
Oh my god, Princess Wani, I love that.
Oh my god, sorry, I'm playing Obby.
Okay, do I answer Boopy's wait, do I answer Boopy's question?
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna go person per person so they can give their final speech and respond all the questions in one go. Okay, so
Okay.
it's not extensive like other final tribal councils of like 1 hour.
Yeah.
It's like 1:15 for me. I really just wanna.
Yeah, same. Like,
Yeah.
let's hurry this up.
Hurry it up, people.
Can we keep this brief, I request?
Okay.
Okay, let's just start the question already.
Yeah.
We got-
Phoenix, did you type your question or?
Just
we
type my
already got
question
two, so let's
tonight.
start.
It's
Okay.
in gaming. I pinged everyone.
Okay, there are the questions. We're gonna start with the Freddy's tribe. With Crispy. After we're gonna go with Kay, and finally we're gonna end with Monet.
Thank you.
Okay. So what's the first question?
Mine. It's in gaming.
Okay, boop. So my biggest move was a lot of my moves were ruined by like advantages, like super safeties. Like I remember whenever Monet and Phoenix wanted to vote each other out, but I got them to want toxic out. I kind of like maneuvered that to finally getting him one toxic out, which was my main target because he was also targeting me. So we blindsided him by saying we were voting Monet. But what ruined that was the super safety. So we go into final 5 after Phoenix was super safetied out, which was also kind of good for my game because he was a huge jury threat. So we go into final 5 and we have majority. Me, Kay, Monet had majority to vote toxic out again, but he used an elimination exit. So that was going to be another big move that I was going to make that was ruined by advantages. But he got out either way, luckily. So it was kind of unlucky, kind of lucky. Like both. Okay, next.
So I feel like my best move was like throughout the game, I didn't view myself as like a super target. So I decided to use the twist to my advantage, and I was on the pretty tribe, so I was being selfish with what I had. So I had ultimately, when we're talking about like final 7, I had 2 of the pretty which was like basically I had a safety. So I had 2 safeties. And then I also had one other safety that I was saving for final 5, which I'm incredibly glad I did. My best move was keeping my 2 pretty privileges and using them final 7, final 6, and then using my safety advantage final 5, because based on game mechanics would have meant incredibly, like with the twist, if I use this safety advantage that I had in like final 6, for example, and my pretty privilege in final 5, it wouldn't have worked that way. It would have resulted in me getting out. So that was my best move. My best move was using the game mechanics and the twist to my advantage, and yeah.
Wait, can I add something else on? Can I?
Do I do it?
I also played like 3 other
Crispy,
Can I add something else
advantages.
after Monet? Or before Monet?
I would prefer for like
It'll be quick. It'll be quick.
Not I prefer with not bouncing. Crispy, respond all the question and do your speech, and we're done with you. Okay, like do it like all now.
Okay, I do every single question.
Everything and your speech and
Okay,
everything.
well,
So
also adding on to biggest move or best move, also, I say my best move now that I was thinking about it is whenever me and Monet both had, well, me and Monet were in an alliance and we were very loyal to each other. but it was whenever we both had ugly privileges. We both used doors on each other and we agreed to, and it also led to Brayden getting voted out, which was good for my game. And that kind of cemented my our alliance and showed that we were loyal to each other, which was good for us. Okay, next question. How did your relationships in this game? Okay, so
Wait, Monet has to go.
no, he said do all mine at once.
Mhm.
So do I do all of them at once?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so for Grammy's question, I remember allying with a lot of people early game, which helped me in the long term because I was never really a target besides Toxic, who I blindsided pre-merge. But I remember Toxic always targeting me, but my relationship with you, Grammy, helped to, you kind of helped them stop targeting me, I think. And also, it just kept me safe from everybody. Like, I remember creating them with Kay. I remember creating a loyal alliance with Monet. Who else? Oh, Phoenix. I remember creating a really loyal alliance with her or him too. And Brayden also, we weren't targeting each other. So I say I was kind of just in the good graces with everybody besides Toxic. And yeah. So I was never really a target to anybody. Okay. Well, your
Like
Phoenix
now,
Wait, where are we finding the questions, by the way? Sorry to interrupt.
gaming chat. Your question's
Yeah.
kind of the same, but I'll go back to a pre-merge because I don't want to say my biggest move again. I remember Chris was saying my name, and Monet was actually the one that told me this early merge, but I used my pretty privilege to save myself. So we switch tribes, and I get put on a tribe again with Chris. And Chris and me and Chris are in a alliance, he thinks, and he doesn't know that I know he said my name. So I go on to blindside Chris, which really helped my game because it got another person targeting me off or another person that tried to target me. And it also helped show that I was loyal to Lols. I was loyal to a lot of other people. I can't remember, and it also showed me that I could trust Monet. Okay, I think those are all the questions. Okay, someone else go.
I
And
mean,
answer
I
all
Yeah,
the
can only.
questions.
Monet, can you go now? Like, I know you're having
Yeah,
problems.
if Monet
Or you
can go, because I only see one question in gaming, and I'm fine with that, but.
No,
It's not
gaming VC.
What the
Is there any
frick?
more questions or was there only 3?
like on the bottom of your screen, there's a little bubble.
Got it.
Yeah, I didn't find out about that till a while ago.
Sorry, I'm so slow. Oh my god.
No, I didn't find out about that till a week ago.
go now.
It's late.
Okay,
Is
do I
there
go
any
now?
more questions?
3.
I think none. Okay, I'm gonna go now. Can you guys hear me properly?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Okay. So Phoenix's question was, congrats on Final 3. You all played great but really similar. What was one move that you did that was different from the rest? For me personally, I think out of all the Final 3, I might not be the most flashy player ever because I know when we make a challenges, I really can't find that much advantages, and so what I had to rely on was my social connections with other people throughout the game. So for me personally, with when I heard what Ducky said, that was Uggies and Uggos, and then for me at the beginning of that was so different. I took advantage of that advantage, and I made multiple relationship with people and promised them that okay, if we do this, we go on together. I'm gonna give you my safety and you give me yours. And I feel like that worked so much in my game because I was the only person here aside from Kay, obviously. She had a pretty advantage. I was the only Ogos that was safe for 2 tribal councils because 2 people gave it to me, and I feel because 2 people gave me their safety, and I feel like that was so different from other people because other people just said, oh my god, let's do this, let's do this, let's do this. They kept on throwing random numbers out, they kept on saving multiple people, even though it doesn't make sense for the game. But for me, I feel like I play differently because I read the mechanics and I use it to my advantages, to my advantage. That was why I was saved multiple times with that safety. also like that flip, like when LOLs was voted out, I was shocked to my stomach. I was, oh my god, LOLs was voted out because I had a clear alliance with LOLs and I promised him, and I feel like that he was the only person that I would really give my advantage to was LOLs, and it sucks that
You
I
gave it to
wasn't able
me.
to like. Yes, I did because LOLs was voted out. You weren't like even my
Oh yeah,
number
yeah. I was
one.
just
If
saying.
you Yeah, okay. What was your best move and how did it impact the game for the better or for the worse? For me personally, when during the first tribal council, it was so confusing. It was so confusing and stuff. And then so for me, playing bold was like really the only way for me. And I feel like I'm not gonna take out a physical threat. I'm not gonna take out a challenge threat and because that is not a threat for me. So for me, I decided to go for a person who's more of a social threat. So I threw out Boopy's name, and then obviously Boopy went home. So when that happened, I realized how much power I had in this game. And for me, also me playing very differently. Okay, so this is so confusing, like the way I said this. Okay, so how did you use relationships in this game to your advantage? Having to been like, I feel like everybody knows this. Out of every single tribal council, it was only one tribal council that I did not attend, and I feel like my relationships really helped me a lot. Being flexible and stuff, flipping it when it's the right thing to do, fighting with a lot of people, being a prominent shield for some people, and then flipping on them and then just slicing their necks. That was my game move. And I might not be the most flashy player ever, but I did what I could do considering the fact that I suck at challenges and like you guys do whatever you want to do. It's a game and I respect it. That's all.
Wow.
Okay. Okay.
Is it my turn? Who's going?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Sorry. Am I giving my final speech or am I still answering questions? Okay, I'll just answer Boop's question and then give my final speech. My best move, I feel like we all remember, I literally could not hear anything because my game lagged and I literally got lagged through an entire elimination, so my screen was frozen. I didn't vote in that one either. Um, oh, my best move was, obviously, I feel like my entire game, and towards the end especially, was using the game mechanics to my advantage because I didn't have to rely on other people for their advantages and stuff like that. I could like I was proud of myself because I could have relied on my own, and I did that. And that impacted my game because I physically could not have been voted, and then I won Final Four. Like I won the Final Four challenge, which gets me here, which I think is honestly iconic because I haven't ever been to a Final Three like this. So that was my best move, and I think everybody was like surprised because I couldn't hear anything. So I was kind of, I mean, it wasn't that I was an underdog, but I literally just wasn't a part of the elimination. It felt like so. But yeah. And then did Monet give her final speech and or Crispy?
We haven't given final speeches yet.
Okay, great. So whatever the word is,
Don't you still
is
have more
that the
questions?
last question? Is there more
Did,
questions?
No, there's
yeah,
no
did
more questions.
oh
Last
Okay.
question.
No, because you already had your time. Let's not extend this. Go
okay.
for the final speech. Try not to
Can I
do
go
it too
last since
long. Yeah, try not to
can
do
I
it
go last
too
since I went
long.
first for the
Wait, what's the
questions?
order?
Okay,
I
Kay,
thought it
you go
was
for
Crispy,
Kay. You
K.
no, Kay, you go first. Monet, you go second, and Crispy, you
Okay.
go last.
Oh, I just want to first congratulate my fellow candidates next to me because they all worked hard to be here and they all played incredible games and I don't really have anything bad to say about them. Um this is my first ever Final Three, so I'm really grateful and it's okay if I don't win. But I'm honestly super determined because it would be so iconic. Anyways, I believe I deserve to win because um I proved that I can play a both social game and a competitive game because I won every single team competition. Yes, that is a team competition. However, I definitely contributed to it because I've I think I've proven myself as somewhat of a competition threat. And I did win advantages in like the other competitions too. Um, and I think I played an overall really polished game. And then unlike Monet, I didn't rely on other people for their advantages. I was super independent that game. I didn't have a number one ally. I was all over the place, and I think that I played the most messy game in a way because I was literally all over the place. I was flipping on people constantly. I didn't have someone to rely on for the vote, so I was literally saying PM me the vote because I didn't have anyone to go to. Um, and unlike Crispy, I didn't rely on like numbers for votes. I was on part of the numbers, but I was spreading people's names because I didn't have a number one ally. I didn't have anybody to disagree with me, nor did I have other people to spread my name. Especially towards the end, I started getting more messy because I was so confident in myself. I was getting cocky in a way. Um, um, I think I played a very polished game. I used the game mechanics to my advantage, and yeah, that's my speech. If there's anything else, I don't know what I'm missing, but yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, Kay. Monet, last
Okay.
words.
So I know, like for me personally, I'm that kind of player who doesn't really rely on doing flash moves, bringing advantages all at once, winning competitions, and I know that like it doesn't help me in the final three, especially if you guys are gonna perceive me as some sort of a goat or a sheep or something like that. But I just want to say that I played a really independent game and I really amped up my social skill because you guys know, like in that August tribe, who is the worst at challenges? It was me. It was me. I was the worst at challenges. But however, like I mean, the most logical thing to do is to vote out the weakest player, right? But they did not because I am playing a game that's so good. No one wanted to vote me out. Every single one of them saw me as a vote. Every single one of them saw me as an ally. Every single one of them saw me as somebody that they can work with. And I used that all the way to the end. And then making it to merge, I know that I'm gonna float I'm gonna vote really good going into the final, and I know that like the only way for me to be taken out is through an advantage. And then so when Laws was like voted, even though it was an honest mistake where like I didn't give Laws my exit advantage, I should have given it to him. But for me personally, at the end of the day, it helped me so much because in that final five tribal council, if I gave it to Laws, I would have been voted out because I had nothing. And for me and then for me, using all those descriptions and all those preconceived notions about me being a horrible player, I feel like that helped me so much and I used that to my advantages. I came at people publicly while still whispering to them, let's work together, let's work this out, let's play a game that no one will expect to do. And then so me working with Law and actually working with Phoenix on that toxic vote out showed that I am not just any shape. I've come here to play and I come here to prove what I can do, and I came here to prove that I am here to win the title of Soul Survivor. That's all.
Okay, my turn. So a
Yeah.
lot of these points I'm hearing are points I did better, like no shade. So if you've ever played with me, you know I kind of play messy. I do not play under the radar. But this game, I think I really did. There was only one person targeting me, and that's because I voted him out and then he won redemption. And I had 3 comp wins, but I was on nobody's target. And Kay brought me to the end. I remember, or Kay and Monet brought me to the end. And I heard Kay say that she didn't rely on numbers, but this game is just a numbers game. And I remember like kind of controlling the votes with Phoenix, telling Monet and Kay who to vote, which was toxic until advantages were played. But after Phoenix was taken out, it was just me, Monet, and Kay left, and I was telling them who to vote every single time. And I remember telling Kay, vote Grammy in Final Four, and she believed me. And also I heard that like that the pretty advantages were independent but it's a lot harder to get people to use stuff on you. So I think it was more of a flex having, or more of a bigger move having a go advantages played on you rather than a pretty advantage, because you can't control that. That's only one person. So it takes a lot of social skills. But I also just want to say I was nobody's target. I'm only one person, and I kind of navigated the game through my social connections. Okay, I'm done.
Okay. So please, jury, send me your final vote to the M's, and I'm gonna be revealing the winner real soon.
Yes, let's go.
Wait,
I am.
Crispy, I need something from you. Can you send me a picture of your avatar, please? I need
Does it has to
one.
be an Outlaster?
Oh my god, I'm trying to find.
Yeah. Oh no, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, to be honest.
Okay.
I'm done.
I'm sending it to you right now, Ducky.
Thank you.
I didn't want to influence the jury voting, so I didn't say anything. But I'll explain my jury vote after the votes are read.
Okay. Thank you, Crispy. Um, oh, this collage is gonna be so good. Okay. Boopy, I need your vote if you're still here.
Oh my god, sorry. Mm,
Um,
I'm like so torn between y'all three. I'm so sorry.
okay. Wait, this is T. Let's see. Oh, okay, okay. Thank you, Phoenix. I have all the votes. But first of all, you'll have to wait because I was sending my clutch. I was sitting the clutch, so but I have all the votes, okay?
Wait, is Phoenix still here?
Yeah, okay.
I'll take that as a no.
I don't think so.
Bro, because he's calling me a floater like everyone else didn't play the exact same way.
Wait, I can at Phoenix if you need her.
No, I don't want to beef that bad.
Reveal the votes right now. Thank you everyone for participating. This was a really fun season, at least for me watching it. Most of it was entertaining. The way actually you'll use the twist. At first it wasn't like that, but at least you'll use it. So it was fun and really good gameplays to most of y'all. One thing I'm gonna say is nothing because I'm just a host, but I have my own opinions. So it's time to read the votes and reveal the winner. And I have the clutch. It's really good. At least to me, it's good. Yeah. So Okay. So is everyone here? Yeah.
Yes.
So first vote. K. Second vote. Crispy. Third vote. Monet.
Ooh.
That's a tie right now. Fourth vote. Crispy.
Okay.
Fifth vote. Monet. That's 2 votes Crispy, 2 votes Monet, 1 vote K. Sixth vote. Monet. That's 3 votes Monet, 2 votes Crispy, 1 vote K. One more vote to go. The last one. The last vote and the winner of this season is Monet. Monet, congratulations. You have won Duckyvivor season 3 with
Oh my god.
4 votes.
I'm shaking. Oh my god. I can't believe I won. I won. Oh my god. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
You get a
Oh
rose
my god. I
for,
can't
for being the
happen.
winner of Duckyvivor, and you get 200
Oh
Bro
roses.
she can upgrade her avatar.
yes.
Yeah.
I'm so happy.
Gosh.
Oh my god. I'm
Congrats,
shaking.
Monet.
Thank you guys. I'm crying. I'm crying. I'm sobbing so much. Oh my god. To
Okay.
all the people that voted me, thank you so much. Oh my god.
Monet, can you go to the private server
Okay.
so we can take a little some photos for the
Okay.
for the
Okay.
winner?
Okay.
A little
Guys,
footage.
I'm going to bed. I'm so tired. The game,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Good
Bye
night. Bye.
bye.
I'm sorry.